Uh, we are looking for the surface area of this composite figure around the nearest square foot. So we have a like prism right here, and then there is a cylinder on top. So like one of the things that we can try, like we can find the surface area of this prism easily, but since there is like a cylinder on top, so this circle covers some part of the top face, right? Which is why we have to subtract to find the remaining part. But at the same time, without really considering that, we can just say, if I take this part, which is the area of the circle, and then assume that region is this one, which means like I don't really subtract anything from the top of the prism, because if I consider this right here, so that will be outside figure. So which is why this region plus the remaining part of this top face is actually going to be a full rectangle. So which is why we can just do that way. So what I'm trying to say, like if I need to find the area of this face, okay, so this face, the bottom face, that's 8 by 5, so that should be 8 times 5. But I do have the same thing on the top, right? So this is also another one. But the problem was this circle. So if I want to find the area of this circle and subtract from the rectangle, I could, but instead of doing this, like, I can just assume this is actually right there. So without really counting these regions, I can make this full rectangle. So then that will give us the same thing. So this region without this part, because this is not outside, but this is outside. So that will be the same as 8 times 5. So which is why I will double that number. So plus, and if you are not getting this part, you probably can do subtract this circle from the top face and then add that to 8 times 5 and then go from there and then add this circle at the end, which is okay as well. But now the 2 times 8 times 5 covers the bottom face plus the top of this prism as well as this circle. So because this is going to be replaced with that, okay? And now we want to find the other faces as well. So what we have is like we can just find this phi, like this face. This is also a rectangle, and then side is 4 by 5. So I can see the same thing happening on this the left side. So which is why we have 2 copies of them. So 2 times 4 times 5. Okay, and we also have like the front face, right? So maybe I can use something else to highlight them. So like if I wanna find this region, this rectangle, and then there's another one in the back, so which I don't wanna highlight that twice, it will be a bit mess. And the area of this region, since this is gonna be 4, same as this 4, so then this will be 4 times 8, but we have the same thing in the back, so that should be 2 copies of this. And now this is gonna tell us the area of the whole outside of this like rectangular prism, but there is one more that we didn't count so far, the lateral area of this cylinder. So, and if you remember, the lateral area of a cylinder was the circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r, times height of that cylinder. So in this case, the 2 feet is given as radius. So we just can say 2 times pi times 3, and the height is 3. So I mean, this was 2. Like this is 2, and this is 3. So that will be 6 times 2 is 12 pi. So the lateral area is 12 pi. And then the other part that we include right here, that's 2, 5, 10. That's 80 pi, 80. And then that's going to be 2, 5 is 10. That's 40. And then that's going to be 8 times 8, 64. So that's 120, 184. So we have 184 for the surface area of the cylinder, and then 12 pi for the lateral part, which if you combine these two, so we are going to get the final answer. So 184 plus 12 pi. Pi is approximately 3.14. That looks like 36 plus this around this. So 36 to this will be around 210, but I feel like that is actually no, that's 36. And if you add that, we will get like 210. Let me double check that. 184 plus 36, that's 16 lesser. I think, yeah, that's going to be 220 around. So if you plug it, I think that is 222. So that is choice B. So I hope that was clear. So that since the choice C was also too close, so I have to plug it into calculator. So that is our answer, choice B. So I'll see you in the next video.